Alright guys and girls, a little bit of an update. I wanted to buy a new rub rail, but the only rub rail I could find was a plastic flexible backing with the rubber insert. It was like $417. I wanted the aluminum, but it was close to $800 some for the amount of footage that I needed. So we have a local marina junkyard. So I got this off a Skeeter bass boat. It does have some imperfections in it, but for right now it's going to do what I needed to do until I can save up some money and get new aluminum rub rail. So I got all this on today, and I ended up picking up both my vents from the junkyard as well. Got them mounted. I still got to silicone the rub rail. Some people say yes, some people say no, don't need it, but I want to do it. Got the front seat mounted. I did get rid of the factory stereo hole, mounted a backing plate. Power switch for this panel has USB-C, regular USB, cigarette lighter, and a voltage gauge, which is going to be for the battery in here. This battery is going to run most likely my accessories, and then I'll have my crank battery and my trolling motor battery in the back compartments. Finally got the pieces in for my control. The gear inside busted off for my forward. One of the teeth in the middle snapped. Found this set on Amazon. In my opinion, they feel way beefier than the factory ones I took out. So basically that controller is brand new. New emergency shutoff cable, new ignition, new gears inside. The only thing that's factory is the wiring for the trim tab and the lever. But yeah, here's like some of the damage I was telling you, and then there's some right here. I'm gonna probably sand some of that out. Got the lights mounted, which y'all seen in the last video. I am gonna clean up the aluminum rub rail, and now that's on, it actually looks like a boat. My next big task is gonna be to tackle the hull. I do want to get that done as soon as possible, but again, it's pretty pricey for the black gel coat that I want. I still have the other top of that pedestal coming, so I can mount that seat, and then I need the two low profile seats. I'm getting black and gray for there. Steering wheel should be here hopefully tomorrow. The rest of my piping for my overflow should be here, and I can get that plumbed in. The only thing I'm waiting on live well wise is I need another pump, because I want to do a single pump for each live well and not put them together. After that's done, start tackling on the motor. Motor does run good. As far as I know, I have ran it, and it's ran and idled. My lower had a crack in it, so a buddy of mine did replace it. Or not replace it, repaired it. As you can see, he welded it here, and there's a crack here. I did fill it with gear lube, ran it with my drill, cleaned any bit of debris out, drained it, refilled it, and I've left it for now 4 days, and seals are leaking. So, looks like I'm going to be posting a video pulling that apart and putting new seals in it. However, other than that, everything else is pretty much done on the motor. Did a compression test, 127 on each cylinder. Once the steering gets here, I have the cover coming for the wires, just I think it's 2-inch wire loom. Putting that on there until I can get one of the live LIV covers. Then I got to do the carpet underneath the console up the side, and I'm gonna carpet the inside of the rod holder. And then after that, the boat should be done, hopefully. And I do want to paint the trailer black. But let me give you a quick walk around of the rub rail. I think it turned out pretty good for not being for this boat and having to manipulate some of the curves. Had to straighten out a lot of it. But in my opinion, I mean, for coming out of a junkyard, it looks pretty good to me. Sat up on the seat, make sure my foot pedal's back a little bit. I could have probably come forward about 2 inches, but I'll make do. I don't want to put no more holes in my boat. But other than that, it's coming along. I did finally get it all wet sanded and buffed. It's a little dusty from being in the shop. I did wet sand this and the side. I'm thinking about doing the rest of it after I get it home. I'll just tape paper down and stuff so I don't get compound everywhere. But I'm excited and hoping that my wife and I can put this thing in the water late October. We want to do some striper fishing in here in Georgia. But trailer's going to be black. Hull's going to be black. I know everyone says, dude, that's going to be a hot boat. It's what we like. It's what we want. I fell in love with a Skeeter bass boat that was all black with high blue flake in it. It was beautiful in my opinion, but $60-some thousand ain't in my price range. So I'm going to make this 1984 Stout craft look as close to it as I possibly can. Stay tuned for the next video. Like I said, steering wheel. I got to get my tripod for my phone so I can actually video doing these things instead of showing y'all after it's done. I will try to get my tripod set up so I can show you all the steering. And then I'm definitely going to do a full tutorial on the gear replacement, seals, and checking the gears and everything. I do have a little friction in there turning the propeller since it's been fixed. So I may have to run a hone down through it just to smooth everything out and make sure my clearances are good. Other than that, we're looking good. My wife is super excited to see it. I haven't brought it home in almost a month. She keeps asking me when I'm going to bring it home. I just keep showing her videos. Alright, stay tuned for the next video, y'all. Like and subscribe.